I've always wanted to fly. It's been a dream of mine, but I never thought it was possible for me.
The idea of Vision of Flight was inspired by Red Tail pilot Lieutenant Colonel Leo Gray.
I was one of the first group of black combat pilots to serve overseas during World War II. We faced a lot of adversity, discrimination, because we were black, but we managed to overcome and persevere and succeed.
The Red Tail pilots are a perfect example of overcoming adversity, and that really inspired me. And I'd like to take some of that same inspiration and pass it forward to the kids in the Vision of Flight program. When I started in aviation, I pretty much had to figure it out myself. I did not have anybody to guide me through the process of becoming a commercial airline pilot. But with Vision of Flight, those of us who have the experience are here to show the kids how to move forward in aviation, not just in the piloting aspect of it, but all aspects of aviation.
Vision of Flight, we try to expose youth as young as 10 years old up until the high school career level into aerospace, aviation, and aeronautic careers. In the next 10 to 15 years, there's going to be 500,000 to 1 million positions available in aviation, but not enough qualified individuals to fill those roles. So we start them at a young age, so when that time does come, they have the know-how and the background in order to slide them right in. The program's open to everybody that has a passion or an interest in aviation. Now, we do target as an awareness program towards certain demographics that probably wouldn't necessarily be aware of the programs available to them.
Getting involved in aviation is more about just being a pilot. There are great careers in maintenance, administration, engineering, all great, good, solid paying jobs.
There's a lot of compelling data out there that shows we're losing our competitiveness in the arenas of science, technology, engineering, and math. It's so critical to reach these kids and expose them to these kinds of careers and these kinds of subjects.
The youth of today have got a lot of challenges, not necessarily good challenges, and I'd like to take and make it my legacy to help them better themselves and make a better community for everybody.
STEM education is a national initiative designed to replenish and enrich our nation's workforce. It stresses technology, but in order to get the full benefit of this, it must be taught in conjunction with real-world opportunities.
It's really about our kids diving in, hands-on, getting real experiences, and as they enjoy that, the learning is incredible. To me, that's inspired learning.
Technology is very important to what we do. Simulation allows us to utilize a mobile platform to reach out into areas that might not normally get this type of exposure.
We use flight simulation as a catalyst, as a breaking point to spark interest into the aerospace and aviation careers, but we also use real-life flying, like we have behind us now. I mean, once they go from the flight simulators, they spark an interest, we actually take them and put them in actual aircraft where they actually get to pilot the aircraft.
My favorite part, I believe, is fly days, when you get to go up in an airplane and fly. In simulators, if you make a mistake, it doesn't count against you. You usually won't get hurt. But in the real world, make a mistake, sometimes you can get hurt.
You get the experience flying, and it makes you feel like a real pilot.
It's kind of euphoric almost, because you're kind of above the world. You're on top of the world almost. And when you take off, it's like you get like a kind of knot in your stomach, because you're just like, I guess because of the altitude changes, it's just a lot of fun.
Before Vision of Flight, Jai was a very unmotivated student. He lacked focus and direction. I've seen such a tremendous change in his attitude with his involvement in Vision of Flight. He is now academically focused. He gets really great grades. He is more self-motivated. He is driven and thinking about his future.
Ethan has demonstrated a little bit more responsibility as it relates to balancing his practice time with his schoolwork, with his Cub Scout, his piano lessons, and so on and so forth. But the Microsoft Simulator program really requires specific execution in terms of various strategies in navigating the skies and landing and so on and so forth. So it requires him to really pay attention to details, and it has helped him tremendously.
With Vision of Flight, my son has actually been encouraged to take his education to the higher level. He's additionally now interested more in how mathematics is affecting his knowledge base for aviation careers going forward.
I think the immediate benefits are watching these kids grow. They almost grow up before your eyes. They're having a great time, but they're learning so much. And these are lifelong skills that are going to help them no matter what direction they take.
I plan to major in aerospace engineering with specialty in propulsion and astronautics at Embry-Riddle University, and hopefully after that join the military and obtain my master's and doctorates.
The enjoyment I get through the mentoring program is seeing the light in a kid's eyes when he finds something in aviation that he would not have been able to find without you passing it along to them.
A lot of folks call me a hero because of my World War II experience. But to me, the youngsters in this Vision of Flight are my heroes. They are the future.
I believe flight is the most profound metaphor for pushing our boundaries, reaching beyond ourselves, and freedom. Within the physical worlds, everyone can relate to reaching for the sky, reaching for the stars, but within us, we soar in our imagination and we fly in our dreams. So our mission statement here is to light that spark within, discover that potential within yourself.